Ever feel like you're drowning in a sea of marketing tools trying to keep your business running smoothly? What if you could simplify it all with one platform? That's where Go High Level comes in, your all-in-one sales and marketing solution built for small businesses like you. In fact, Go High Level has over 1 million users just like you. With Go High Level, you can capture leads, automate your prospect and client journeys, quickly and efficiently build stunning websites, sales pages, and sales funnels. Imagine managing your CRM, email, SMS, and funnels without duct taping a dozen tools together. Plus, their unlimited plan lets you add as many contacts and users as you need, no hidden fees. We've been using Go High Level for over a year now and absolutely love it. In fact, Profit First Nation is also powered by Go High Level. Ready to level up? Start your Profit First Nation extended 30-day free trial today at www.gohighlevel.com/Profit First Nation. That's www.gohighlevel.com/Profit First Nation. Streamline your workflow, impress your clients, and grow smarter, not harder. Hello, my entrepreneurial friends. Profit First Nation is 3 years old, and we have some exciting updates associated with today's episode. We have amazing new detailed show notes for each and every episode, and we've even gone back into the archives of every prior episode. I mean, we're talking over 100 shows, and updated those show notes too. So they are more readily searchable and give you the highlights and details in case you're listening in the car and unable to take notes. And now, let's kick off today's episode.
Welcome to Profit First Nation, the official podcast for entrepreneurs who are operating their businesses in the zone of permanent profitability. I'm Mike Michalowicz, the author of Profit First, and now, here's your Profit First Nation guide, Danielle Mulvey.
Welcome to Profit First Nation, the podcast for the top 17% of entrepreneurs with cash in the bank to correlate to their profitability. Profit First Nation is the podcast for intelligent entrepreneurs who have taken ownership of their financials and leverage Profit First as a cash management system to make their businesses permanently profitable. I am Danielle Mulvey, an expert at guiding entrepreneurs on owning their financials in as little as 11 minutes per day and doing Profit First right. If you are a fan of Profit First and its author, Mike Michalowicz, you have found your tribe. We are a nation of successful entrepreneurs driven to be permanently profitable with a grit and a growth mindset that lets no obstacle stand in our way in pursuit of the 3 Ps: passion, profit, and play. On Profit First Nation, we dive into advanced profit first strategies, and we share the honest and authentic ups and downs of being a business owner. Today, we are going to get back into the Fix This Next business hierarchy of needs. We have covered on prior episodes the base level, the foundation level of the business hierarchy of needs, the sales level. Then as you move up that business hierarchy of needs, you get to the profit level, which we've covered. And then you get to the order level, which we recently covered as well on the podcast. So today we are going to get to the 4th level, and that is the impact level. And then on a future episode, we will hit the top level, which is the legacy level. Now, on the impact level, the focus here is on creation of transformation. Many businesses never properly address the needs at this level because they either don't know this level exists or they misunderstand what it's all about. When we think of impact, we often think of how business impacts the world. However, these needs that must be addressed at this level are related to your client's transformation and how your company aligns with your staff, vendors, and your community, and really not the wider world. It's in your bubble. So in terms of the impact level, we have 5 different areas that we will dive into today. The first area is the transformation orientation, and then we'll dive into mission motivation. Third is dream alignment. Fourth is feedback integrity. And fifth is complementary network. So diving into the first area, the transformation orientation, this is where you need to ask yourself, is your business benefiting clients through a transformation beyond just the transaction? So, questions to ask yourself would be, do your clients feel they are part of something bigger by doing business with your firm? What benefits beyond your products and services do clients gain? Do your clients have a label or a tribe name that they use to make them part of your community? So this is really about community building and being part of a special group of people. And then how are you benefiting your customers beyond the transaction? So, this is a really just unique opportunity, especially in these times and these circumstances. It's really about, the results that you can give them. People are looking to buy solutions to their problems, and you are fixing their problems for them and giving them that transformation. I mean, all businesses have some sort of transformation. I mean, I think about a window cleaning business, looking out my windows at about this time of year. It's been about 6-7 months since my windows were cleaned, and they're noticeably dirty. The view isn't that clear. So, when I call on the window company, I'm expecting that they come out and they transform my windows to be dirty and transforming them to clean, so I have a clear view of the outside. So really think about, how you can make sure that you are providing that transformation and focusing on how you're serving your clients and how you're helping them transform the problem that they're looking to solve with your company. And then, obviously, you guys are members of Profit First Nation. I mean, we're a community, we're a tribe of Mike Michalowicz fans here in our all-in company. Everyone who does our programming and such really becomes part of our community, and we call them members. So, what can you call your customers outside of the generic term customers to give it a spin on your business and make it very special to you and sort of elevate how you serve and how you think of, what would be traditionally referred to as customers. All right. The next area is mission motivation. Are all employees, including leadership, motivated more by delivering on the mission than by their individual roles? So, does your company have a clear and compelling mission statement? Do your employees know your mission statement? And do your employees feel inspired by the mission statement? Can they relate it to their own experience and intentions? So, this is alignment of how you guys are serving your customers and making sure that, everyone on the team is contributing to the mission and delivering on helping your organization deliver that mission to your members, to your customers, to your tribe. The next area, the third area, is dream alignment. Are people's individual dreams aligned with the path to the business's grand vision? What do your employees want to experience in their own lives today, 1 year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? How is the business helping your employees realize these dreams? And are individual dreams recognized and celebrated as well as the business goals? So, dream alignment, this is where, retention factor comes in and can enhance your retention of employees when you start to help your employees realize their dreams. There's a great book on this topic called Dream Manager, and I highly recommend that book. But daily huddles are also a great way, and one-on-ones with individuals. You should be checking in with your staff and your direct reports at least on a weekly basis And, even if it's just a 5-minute stand-up check-in with them, and get a little personal too, and make sure that you know what's going on and what's happening and what their goals are outside of the business and their workday. So I have an individual who is, her dream is to retire in Costa Rica. She's probably a good 15 years from retirement. But when I learned that about her dream to retire to Costa Rica, I got her a calendar. So every year people in our company have calendars for the year kind of in their desk area. So I got her a calendar from Costa Rica, or a Costa Rica themed calendar. And now every year she picks out a new Costa Rica themed calendar. She told me that she was wanting to learn Spanish and that she was partnering up with a friend who also wanted to learn Spanish. So I got her and I some Spanish picture dictionaries so that, I could start picking up some words in Spanish and we could start incorporating some Spanish vocabulary into our day and our conversations. And, just a way to incorporate that and to, show my support in a very simple way. I mean, I'm not doing an intensive Spanish immersion program, but I'm picking up a few Spanish words along the way. And then the Daily Huddle is a great opportunity as well for people to share a bit of their personal successes and what's going on in their lives. It's not every day, but when you build that sort of rhythm and opportunity and that daily check-in, and you have that celebration, sometimes people do celebrate and share a celebration that is personally oriented and about sort of, where they are in terms of progress on things outside of the business or things that are happening to them in a good way personally. And then the fourth area to dive into is feedback integrity. Are your people, clients, and community empowered to give both critical and complimentary feedback? So, do your employees feel empowered to provide critical and complimentary feedback? What specific processes exist for employees, clients, and others to give this integral feedback? And how is the feedback assimilated, analyzed, and used by the company to improve? So, again, going back to those one-on-one check-ins, that is an opportunity to say, hey, how are things going? What can we make better? I had she's not a direct report, but I did do a check-in with one of our recent new hires in the All In company. And, she let me know that she was struggling with an app and the way that it was flowing, and it was actually kind of broken at the time, and it wasn't completing the automation process that it needed to. And by giving her that forum, like, hey, are you having any problems? Are you having any difficulties? Is there anything I can help with? It just created that opportunity that I don't think she would have spoken up otherwise. And, sometimes employees, especially, I don't want to say 5-star employees because they're gold, but, a lot of people just kind of make it work and don't want to upset the apple cart or don't want to seem like they're complaining about things and such. So as the leader, it's really important to, create those opportunities, create those forums, continually be asking your team, how can we do this better? What can we do to support you? What's working? What's not working? Do we need some more? Do we need another app for that? How can we automate things better? How can we document things better? It's really important that you remember and embrace that all of us are smarter than one of us. So how can you integrate your team and even your customers and your vendors into the process? So, I'll always go back to the pumpkin plan, and we'll include those questions that come from the Pumpkin Plan book, one of Mike's first books. And it's a great questionnaire about questions that you can ask customers to kind of get a deeper dive in terms of opportunities for you to improve how you serve them. And then surveys are great opportunities. We do annual employee engagement surveys, and we also do lots of surveying of our clients. I'm even starting to implement an opportunity to survey hosts of podcasts where I appear on other people's podcasts. Again, like, how can I improve as a podcast guest on other people's podcasts? So, people love to give their 2 cents. So make sure that you are finding out these opportunities, because there's gold in these things. I mean, if you just keep doing the same old, you're not really improving upon anything unless you're asking for that feedback. So get that feedback from your people, your clients, your community, your vendors, anyone that you can, so that you can improve upon things and celebrate what's good, but really look for those opportunities for improvement. All right. And then the final area on the impact level is the complementary network. Does your business seek to collaborate with other vendors, including competitors possibly, who serve the same customer base, to collaborate with in order to improve the customer experience? So what does your company do if it's unable to serve a customer's needs? Who are the businesses or competitors who offer similar or complementary products and services to you? When did you last refer a customer to one alternative or better option for that customer? And do clients give positive feedback on the integrity of your company and putting the customer's interests first? So, this might sound radically crazy to you. Why would I refer someone to my competitor? I like to look at it as there are so many people in this world that it is impossible for me and my companies and my employees to serve everyone who could possibly need or want our services. And if I brought my competitors in a room together, we still together collectively couldn't serve the needs and wants of all of the people who need and want our services as well. So it is a great opportunity when someone isn't the right fit for you. So for example, we focus in the All In company on working with larger employers with 10, 15 more or more employees and $1 million or more in real revenue on how to recruit, hire, and retain 5-star employees. Adrian Dorson, the licensee for Run Like Clockwork, is more focused on the smaller businesses, the businesses with, 15 or less employees. And, she takes a different angle at that is more suited for that type of leader at that stage of their business. So we are referring people all the time to other organizations and other things that can either, serve them faster, serve them more efficiently, serve them at the price point that they can afford, et cetera. So complementary networks are good. And, I hate to say it, but sometimes people, and people who've done other programs, because they're not at the 15 or more employees or at the criteria that we require for the All In company, they say to me, but, I want to get to that point and I want to take it to the next level with you guys and the All In company when I get to that point. So, it is about just really building community, camaraderie. And again, just that all of us are smarter than one of us, your competitors, and collectively, we're all smarter working together than just being a silo and not wanting to even think or talk or interact with our competitors. So those are the opportunities at the impact level. Now you can go to oc.fixthisnext.com. Again, that's oc.fixthisnext.com to complete a complimentary Fix This Next assessment that is obviously associated with Mike's book, Fix This Next. And it will tell you where you are on the business hierarchy of needs. It's a pretty quick survey to fill out that will help you identify where you are. And, sometimes when you're working through the business hierarchy of needs, maybe you get up to order on the business hierarchy of needs and you're working there, but then something radically changes in the business. COVID happens, a recession happens, et cetera. And, then you start struggling with sales. And it doesn't mean that you keep going up the business hierarchy of needs. If you're at order and then sales, kind of come to a grinding halt like they did with COVID, then you need to move back down to that sales level. So the business hierarchy of needs is not meant to be this, climbing up the pyramid, but it's a fluid sort of up and down and just helping you be where you need to be at the business because your business is dynamic. Just like Profit First, you don't set your allocation percentages and forget it. Even when you reach your target allocation percentages, congratulations, but ideally your business is still growing. You're going to move up into a new real revenue level. And then when you move into that new real revenue level, well, then your allocations and your new target allocation percentages are going to shift as well. So we want to just be fluid. We want to be dynamic. We want to be focusing on what the greatest need for our business is. And again, there's always wants and needs. And I want you to think about what you need versus what you want. All right. Because what you need is going to be much better for you. It's probably not going to be that shiny object. It's probably going to require more work, more effort. But if you focus on the need over the want, you will outdistance and outpace your competition at a greater speed and at a greater rate. All right, we will bring this episode to a close. We will have all of these outlined in the visual recap for this episode. To access our resources and this visual recap, go to profitfirstnation.com and click on resources. There you can just get the single download, or you can also opt in to have the resources texted and or emailed to you with each new episode that drops. And if you would like to work with a certified Profit First professional accountant, bookkeeper, or coach with the heart of a teacher, then go to profitfirstnation.com and click on contact to connect with one of my certified Profit First professional peeps. Cheers to another profitable day, my entrepreneurial friend. Profit First Nation website, related podcasts, and resources are provided for general information purposes only and do not constitute accounting, legal, tax, or other professional advice. Visitors should not act upon the content or information found here without first seeking appropriate advice from an accountant, financial planner, lawyer, or other professional.
Hey, this is Ro, and if you're a business owner struggling with hiring or just tired of doing it yourself, I highly recommend the Build Your Dream Team Secret Podcast series. There are 7 episodes packed with real stories from founders who've cracked the code on hiring, built high-performing teams, and finally got out of the day-to-day grind. My favorite part? It's not fluff. It's systems, strategy, and results. Text DREAM to 55444. That's DREAM to 55444 to check it out. You'll thank me later.